If you're trying to get your driver's license in the United States, you'll probably have to pass a maneuverability test and driving on the road test. The maneuverability test will probably be something like parallel parking. I'm going to show you how to do that, all the points you need for that, and the driving test later. So when you're parallel parking, you need to, if you're on the right side of the parking spot, then you need to pull up in your car so that you are about 75% past the front of the parking spot. Then, with your turn signal on the right, if your parking spot is to the right, then in reverse, turn your wheel all the way to the right, and then back up, making sure to check your mirrors and your blind spots until you can see the back corner of the parking space through the back left window. And then go a little bit further and straighten out your wheel and go a little bit further, and then turn your wheel all the way to the left and back up until you're straight. Or until your back is close to the back of the parking spot. And then you can straighten out your wheel and pull forward if you need to straighten yourself out. And then center yourself in the parking space. Now, you're going to want to check and make sure that you have space on either side of the line. And if you're good, then you can back up so you have space in front of you. And then with your left turn signal on, you can pull out of the parking space. So now we're going to do the road test, and for this part, there are some things that you might not do in everyday driving that you have to make sure that you're doing during your test. Like always, you want your turn signals, but one of the big things when you're driving on the road with stop signs, normally you might pull up until you can see the intersection, but on your driver's test you want to pull up and stop at the stop sign before you pull forward so you can see. You also want to make sure that you're in the center of your lane, not touching either of the lines. Here we're going to change lanes, and you need to make sure you check your mirrors and your blind spots before you do so. Entering a 25 miles per hour speed limit zone, which is slower than most roads, so you need to make sure that you're following that. make sure that you're checking your mirrors and blind spots again. Now here's a case that looks like we'll be making a right turn, but the road does not actually change. This is the same road, so we don't need to use our turn signal for this. This is technically a straight road. Now we'll be turning right at the stop sign. And it's important that you stop with your bumper at the sign. And then if you can't see, pull forward until you can. And then proceed if it's safe. Again, we'll be turning right at the stop sign. So I'm going to stop with my bumper at the sign, and I can't see very well on my right or on my left, so I'm going to pull forward until I can and wait for an opening in traffic. Back on the main road, and again, it's important that you are not on either side of the lines. Now we're going to do another lane change, which means we need to check our blind spots and mirrors again. And now wait until it's clear or we have a green arrow. A green arrow, so we have full right of way. But you want to still make sure you're checking your mirrors. And that is the complete driver's test in our area. So the things you want to watch out for when you're driving are pedestrians. You need to make sure that you're stopping at the stop signs, not in front of the stop signs, even if you can't see. I need to make sure you're checking your blind spots when you're changing lanes and turning. I hope this video was useful to you, and if it was, don't forget to like and subscribe.